Let us begin by examining what it truly means to not waste your life. Many of you may be thinking of the conventional wisdom to work hard, to achieve success in your career, to accumulate wealth and possessions. But I tell you, my dear friends, that this is not what I mean at all. For a life spent in pursuit of external achievements, while neglecting the true source of all power and creation, your own wonderful human imagination, is indeed a life wasted. To truly not waste your life is to recognize and harness the incredible power that resides within you. It is to understand that you are not a mere mortal bound by the limitations of the physical world, but a divine being possessing the very power of creation itself. This power, this gift, lies dormant in so many, unused and unrecognized. And therein lies the true waste, to have at your disposal the most powerful force in the universe, and to leave it untapped, unexplored. Now you might ask, but Neville, how do we tap into this power? How do we ensure that we are not wasting our lives? The answer, my friends, lies in the second part of our topic. Do it for yourself. This phrase holds within it the key to unlocking your true potential, to living a life of purpose and in fulfillment. To do it for yourself means to take full responsibility for your life, your experiences, your reality. It means to stop looking outside of yourself for validation, for permission, for the power to create the life you desire. It means to recognize that you, and you alone, are the author of your life story. This concept aligns perfectly with the law of assumption, which I have spoken about many times before. The law of assumption states that your consciousness is the one and only reality. What you assume to be true, what you feel to be real, must be made manifest in your physical experience. Therefore, to do it for yourself is to assume the state of your wish fulfilled, to live from the end, to embody the reality you desire before it is made manifest in the physical world. Let me illustrate this with an example. Suppose you desire financial abundance. The conventional approach might be to work harder, to seek a better paying job, to invest wisely. And while these actions may have their place, they are not the true source of abundance. The true source lies within your own consciousness. To do it for yourself in this scenario means to assume the state of being financially abundant. It means to feel the relief, the security, the joy that comes with having all your financial needs met and exceeded. It means to walk through your day, to interact with others, to make decisions from the consciousness of someone who is already wealthy. This, my dear friends, is the true meaning of faith. It is not a blind belief in something outside of yourself, but a knowing, a conviction that what you desire is already yours in your imagination. And since imagination is the one true reality, what you imagine with feeling and conviction must, by universal law, be made manifest in your physical experience. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Neville, isn't this selfish? Shouldn't we be thinking of others, of making the world a better place? To this I say, there is no greater service you can render to the world than to fully realize your own divine nature, to fully express your true self. You see, when you do it for yourself, when you tap into your own power and create the life you desire, you become a living example of what's possible. You inspire others not through words, but through your very being. Your joy, your abundance, your peace, these radiate outwards, touching all who come into contact with you. Moreover, when you understand that your consciousness is the only reality, you realize that there is no separation between yourself and others. We are all one, all expressions of the same divine consciousness. Therefore, as you elevate yourself, as you create a life of joy and fulfillment for yourself, you are simultaneously elevating all of humanity. This understanding brings us to another crucial aspect of not wasting your life and doing it for yourself, the importance of living in the present moment. So many people waste their lives living in the past, rehashing old regrets and missed opportunities, or projecting into the future, anxiously anticipating what may come. But I tell you, my friends, that the only moment that truly exists, the only moment where you have the power to create, is the present moment. To not waste your life means to fully inhabit each moment, to be fully present in your own experience. It means to bring the full power of your attention, your imagination, to bear on the now. For it is in this moment, and only in this moment, that you have the power to assume the state of your wish fulfilled, to embody the reality you desire. This focus on the present moment aligns perfectly with the instruction to do it for yourself, for who else can live your life but you? Who else can assume the state of your wish fulfilled but you? This is not a task that can be delegated or postponed. It must be done by you, in this very moment. Let us delve deeper into what it means to do it for yourself. This phrase is not an encouragement towards selfishness or disregard for others. Rather, it is a call to recognize your own divine nature, to take responsibility for your own consciousness, which is the source of all your experiences? When you truly understand that your consciousness is the only reality, that the world you experience is a reflection of your inner states, you realize that the most profound way to change the world is to change yourself. This is what it means to do it for yourself. It means to take control of your inner world, your thoughts, your feelings, your assumptions, knowing that as you do so, your outer world must conform to this new inner reality. Consider for a moment the implications of this truth. If your consciousness is the only reality, if the world you experience is a reflection of your inner states, then every person, every circumstance in your life is playing a role that you have assigned to them, consciously or unconsciously. This means that to change your relationships, your circumstances, your entire life experience, you need only change your consciousness. This, my dear friends, is true freedom. It is the recognition that you are not at the mercy of external circumstances, but the creator of them. It is the understanding that you have within you the power to reshape your entire reality simply by reshaping your consciousness. Now you might be wondering, but Neville, how do I change my consciousness? How do I assume a new state? The answer lies in your wonderful human imagination. Your imagination is the workshop where you forge your future experiences. It is the realm where you can try on new states of being, where you can experience your wish fulfilled before it manifests in the physical world. To use your imagination effectively, to truly do it for yourself, requires a shift in how you perceive imagination. Many people think of imagination as mere fantasy, as idle daydreaming. But I tell you, imagination is the very substance of reality. It is not something separate from reality, but the source of it. When you imagine, you are not escaping reality, but engaging with it at its most fundamental level. This is why I often say that imagination creates reality, because what you imagine with feeling, with conviction, must be made manifest in your physical experience. So how do you use your imagination to do it for yourself, to create the life you desire? The key lies in what I call living from the end. This means to imagine the fulfillment of your desire, to step into the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and to persist in this state regardless of appearances. Let's say, for example, that you desire a loving relationship. To do it for yourself in this scenario means to assume the state of being in a loving relationship. It means to feel the love, the companionship, the joy that comes with having your ideal partner. It means to walk through your day, to make decisions, to interact with others from the consciousness of someone who is already in this loving relationship. This might seem challenging at first, especially if your current circumstances seem to contradict your desire. But remember, circumstances do not matter. They are only the shadow, the effect of past assumptions. What matters is your state of consciousness now, for it is your present assumption that shapes your future experiences. To persist in your new assumption, to truly do it for yourself, requires faith, but not faith as it's commonly understood. The faith I speak of is not a belief in something outside of yourself, but a conviction in the reality or imagined state. It is the knowledge that what you have imagined and felt as real in your imagination must, by universal law, be made manifest in your physical experience. This faith, this conviction, is what allows you to persist in your new state, even when your senses deny it. It is what allows you to walk by faith and not by sight, to trust in the reality of your imagined state more than the evidence of your physical senses. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, this sounds like self-deception. How can I believe something that isn't yet true? To this I say, you are not deceiving yourself. You are aligning yourself with a deeper truth. For remember, your imagination, your consciousness, is the only reality. What you imagine and feel as real is more true, more substantial than any physical circumstance. Moreover, this practice of living from the end, of assuming the state of your wish fulfilled, is not about denying your current circumstances. It's about shifting your focus from what is to what could be. It's about recognizing that your current circumstances are not the cause of your future experiences, but the effect of past assumptions. To do it for yourself, to not waste your life, means to take control of your assumptions, to consciously choose the states you wish to embody. It means to stop reacting to circumstances and start creating them. It means to live from the state of the wish fulfilled, regardless of appearances. This practice requires discipline, persistence, and above all, self-awareness. You must become aware of your habitual thoughts, feelings, and assumptions, for these are the seeds from which your future experiences grow. To change your life, you must change these inner states. But let me assure you, my dear friends, that this work, this practice of conscious creation, is the most worthwhile endeavor you can undertake. For in doing so, you are not just changing your circumstances, you are transforming your entire being. You are stepping into your true power as a divine creator. Now let us address another aspect of our topic. Don't waste your life. What does it truly mean to waste one's life? Is it simply a matter of not achieving external success or accumulating material possessions? I tell you, it is not. To waste your life is to live unconsciously, to be swept along by circumstances, to react to life rather than create it. It is to live from the outside in rather than from the inside out. It is to believe that your experiences are happening to you rather than recognizing that they are happening from you. Every moment you spend living in reaction to external circumstances, every moment you spend dwelling on past regrets or future anxieties is a moment wasted. For in these moments, you are not exercising your divine power of creation. You are not doing it for yourself. To not waste your life means to live consciously, to be aware of your power as a creator, and to use that power deliberately. It means to recognize that every moment is an opportunity to assume a new state, to embody a new reality. It means to live from the state of the wish fulfilled, regardless of appearances. This conscious living, this deliberate use of your imagination, is what it means to do it for yourself. It is not selfish, but self-full. It is the recognition that you are the source of your experiences, that your consciousness is the one and only reality. When you truly understand and apply this principle, you will find that your life becomes a joyous adventure in consciousness. You will no longer be a victim of circumstances, but a deliberate creator of your reality. You will no longer waste your life reacting to what is, but will spend your days imagining and embodying what could be. This, my dear friends, is the true purpose of your life. It is not to achieve some external goal or to conform to society's expectations. It is to fully realize and express your divine nature, to become a conscious creator of your reality. Now, some of you might be wondering, but Neville, what about my responsibilities? What about my duties to others to this? I say the greatest responsibility you have is to fully express your divine nature. The greatest service you can render to others is to be a living example of what's possible when one fully embraces their power as a conscious creator. Remember, we are all one. We are all expressions of the same divine consciousness. Therefore, as you elevate yourself, as you create a life of joy and fulfillment for yourself, you are simultaneously elevating all of humanity. As you tap into your own divine power, you inspire others to do the same. This is why it's so crucial to do it for yourself. Because in doing so, you are not just transforming your own life, you are contributing to the transformation of the entire world. You are playing your part in the evolution of human consciousness. Now let us address a common misconception. Some might think that to do it for yourself means to focus solely on personal gain, to pursue selfish desires at the expense of others. But this is a limited understanding of the principle. To truly do it for yourself means to align yourself with your highest self, with your divine nature. It means to pursue those desires that resonate with your deepest being, that contribute to your growth and expansion as a conscious creator. When you operate from this level of consciousness, you will find that your desires naturally align with the highest good for all. For at the deepest level, we are all one. What truly benefits you must, by nature, benefit all. This understanding brings us to another important aspect of not wasting your life, the recognition of your true identity. Many people waste their lives identifying with their limited, ego-based self. They believe themselves to be separate, isolated individuals struggling against a hostile world. But I tell you, my dear friends, that this is not who you truly are. Your true identity is not this limited, physical self, but the infinite divine consciousness that is expressing itself as you. To recognize this truth, to identify with this higher self, is to tap into an infinite source of power and wisdom. When you truly understand and embody this truth, you will no longer need to struggle or strive. You will no longer feel the need to compete with others or to prove your worth, for you will know that you are already complete, already whole, already one with the source of all creation. This recognition of your true identity is crucial to not wasting your life. For how can you fully express your divine nature if you don't recognize it? How can you tap into your power as a conscious creator if you believe yourself to be limited and powerless? To do it for yourself then means to do it from your highest self, from your divine nature. It means to act not from a place of lack or need, but from a place of fullness and completeness. It means to create not because you need something to feel whole, but because creation is the natural expression of your divine nature. This shift in identity, this recognition of your true nature, transforms every aspect of your life. It changes how you perceive yourself, how you interact with others, how you approach challenges and opportunities. It allows you to live from a place of abundance rather than scarcity, from a place of love rather than fear. Now you might be wondering, but Neville, how do I make this shift? How do I recognize and embody my true nature? The answer, as always, lies in your wonderful human imagination. For your imagination is the bridge between your current state of consciousness and your divine nature. Through your imagination, you can experience yourself as the divine being you truly are. You can feel the fullness, the completeness, the infinite potential that is your true nature. And as you persist in this feeling, as you make it more and more real to yourself, you will find that your outer world begins to reflect this new self-concept. This is why I often say that to imagine and feel your wish fulfilled is far more effective than merely wishing or hoping. When you imagine and feel yourself as the person you desire to be, when you live from that state in your imagination, you are not just daydreaming or fantasizing. You are engaging with reality at its most fundamental level. You are reshaping your consciousness and thus reshaping your world. Let us now consider another aspect of not wasting your life, the importance of living with purpose. Many people waste their lives drifting aimlessly, reacting to circumstances, living by default rather than by design. But I tell you, my dear friends, that you were not meant to simply exist. You were meant to create, to express, to expand. To live with purpose means to consciously choose the states you wish to embody, the experiences you wish to have. It means to use your power of imagination deliberately, to shape your reality according to your deepest desires and highest aspirations. This purposeful living is what it means to do it for yourself. It means to take control of your own consciousness, to direct your own life story. It means to stop being a passive observer of your life and to become the active creator of your reality. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, I don't know what my purpose is. How can I live purposefully if I don't know what I'm meant to do to this? I say your purpose is not something external to be discovered, but something internal to be expressed. Your purpose is to fully embody your divine nature, to express the infinite potential that resides within you. How this purpose manifests in your life, whether as an artist, a teacher, a business person, or any other role, is secondary. What matters is that you are consciously creating, consciously expressing, consciously expanding. What matters is that you are doing it for yourself, living from your highest self, embodying your divine nature. This understanding frees you from the anxiety of trying to find your purpose. Instead, it allows you to create your purpose, to shape your life according to your deepest desires and highest vision of yourself. This is true freedom. This is what it means to not waste your life. Now let us address a common challenge that many face when attempting to apply these principles: the apparent contradiction between their imagined state and their current circumstances. Many people find it difficult to persist in their new assumption when their physical senses seem to deny it. But I tell you, my dear friends, that this challenge is actually an opportunity. It is an opportunity to exercise your faith, to demonstrate your power as a conscious creator. For it is easy to believe it. Circumstances support your belief. The true test, the true demonstration of your power, comes when you can persist in your assumption despite contradictory evidence. Remember, circumstances do not matter. They are only the shadow, the effect of past assumptions. What matters is your state of consciousness now. For it is your present assumption that shapes your future experiences. To persist in your new assumption, to truly do it for yourself, requires a shift in focus. Instead of focusing on what is, focus on what could be. Instead of reacting to current circumstances, create new circumstances in your imagination. For remember, your imagination is not separate from reality. It is the very substance of reality. This persistence, this unwavering faith in the reality of your imagined state, is what distinguishes those who truly transform their lives from those who merely wish for change. It is what allows you to bridge the gap between your current circumstances and your desired reality. Now, some of you might be wondering, but Neville, how long do I need to persist? How long before I see results? To this, I do not concern yourself with when or desire will manifest. Your job is not to make it happen, but to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The how and when are not your concern. They will be taken care of by the law that governs creation. Your job, your responsibility, is to persist in your assumption, to live from the state of the wish fulfilled, regardless of appearances. To do it for yourself by maintaining your desired state of consciousness, no matter what your senses may tell you. This persistence, this unwavering faith, is not always easy. There will be times when doubt creeps in, when your old patterns of thought and feeling try to reassert themselves. But in these moments, remember, you are more than your thoughts and feelings. You are the awareness behind them, the consciousness that can choose which thoughts and feelings to entertain. In these moments of challenge, Return to your imagination. Step once again into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Reaffirm your assumption. For it is through this constant return, this persistent assumption, that you reshape your consciousness and thus your reality. As we near the end of our discussion, let us reflect on the profound implications of these principles. When you truly understand and apply them, you realize that there are no limits to what you can be, do, or have. You realize that the only boundaries in your life are those you have accepted in your own consciousness. To not waste your life, to truly do it for yourself, means to push beyond these self-imposed limitations. It means to dare to imagine a life beyond your current circumstances, beyond what seems possible based on your past experiences. It means to have the courage to assume states that may seem unrealistic or impossible to your rational mind. For remember, my dear friends, that all progress, all evolution, all creation begins in the imagination. Everything that exists in your world was once only an imagined state. The clothes you wear, the chair you sit on, the building you're in, all were once only ideas in someone's imagination. Your job, your relationships, your entire life situation, all are the result of assumed states of consciousness. Therefore, to create a new life, to transform your reality, you need only assume a new state. You need only live from a new state of consciousness. This is what it means to do it for yourself. It means to take control of your own consciousness, to deliberately choose the states you wish to embody. This is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. It is a moment-by-moment choice to align yourself with your desired state, to live from the consciousness of your wish fulfilled. It requires vigilance, persistence, and above all, faith in the reality of your imagined state. But I assure you, my dear friends, that this practice, this deliberate use of your imagination, is the most worthwhile endeavor you can undertake. For in doing so, you are not just changing your circumstances, you are transforming your entire being. You are stepping into your true power as a divine creator. As we conclude our discussion, I want to leave you with this final thought. Your life is a gift, a precious opportunity to express your divine nature, to create, to expand, to grow. Do not waste this gift by living unconsciously, by reacting to circumstances rather than creating them. Do not waste it by identifying with your limited, ego-based self rather than your true divine nature. Instead, embrace your power as a conscious creator. Use your imagination deliberately, purposefully. Assume the states you desire to embody. Live from the consciousness of your wish fulfilled. Do it for yourself, not out of selfishness, but out of recognition of your true identity as the divine being you are. Remember, you are not here to fit in, to conform, to live up to others' expectations. You are here to express your unique divine nature, to create, to expand. You are here to contribute to the evolution of human consciousness by fully realizing and expressing your own divine potential. So go forth, my dear friends, and do not waste another moment. Do it for yourself. Assume the state of your wish fulfilled. Live from your highest vision of yourself. Create the life you desire. For in doing so, you are not just transforming your own life, you are that. And know that as you embark on this journey of conscious creation, as you step into your power as a divine being, you are never alone. For we are all one, all expressions of the same divine consciousness. Your success is my success, and the success of all humanity. Your growth, your expansion, your realization of your divine nature contributes to the elevation of all consciousness. So dream big, my friends. Imagine boldly. Assume states that may seem impossible. For remember, with God, which is your own wonderful human imagination, all things are possible. The only limits are those you accept in your own consciousness. Therefore, expand your consciousness, push beyond your perceived limitations, and step into the vastness of your true divine. And as you do so, as you live from this expanded state of consciousness, you will find that life becomes a joyous adventure, a continuous unfoldment of miracles. You will find that you no longer need to struggle or strive, for you are aligned with the very source of all creation. You will find that you no longer fear the future, for you know that you are the creator of your future. This, my dear friends, is what it means to not waste your life. This is what it means to do it for yourself. It is to live consciously, purposefully, creatively. It is to recognize and express your divine nature. It is to be the conscious creator of your reality. So go forth and create miracles. Go forth and live the life you have always dreamed of. Go forth and be the divine beings that you truly are. For in doing so, you fulfill your highest purpose. You express your truest nature and you contribute to the elevation of all humanity. Remember, it all begins with you, with your consciousness, your imagination, your assumption. Master these and you master your world. For in truth, there is no world out there independent of your consciousness. It all exists within you, waiting to be called forth by your creative power. So call forth a world of beauty, of love, of abundance. Call forth a reality that reflects your highest vision of yourself and of humanity. For as you do so, you participate in the greatest act of creation possible, the conscious evolution of human consciousness. And with that, my dear friends, I leave you to your own divine exploration. May your imagination be vivid, your faith unshakable, your persistence unwavering, and your creations miraculous. For this is your true nature, your divine birthright. Go forth and do not waste your life. Do it for yourself. And in doing so, you do it for all of us. For we are all one, all expressions of the same divine consciousness. Your success is our success. Your realization is our realization. Your transformation is the transformation of the world. Thank you, and God bless you all.